almost got the microphone in.
Oh, man.
There we go.
That's how it feels to be screwed by Steve.
That's not a screw. Well, there is a drill bit.
All right, I'm sorry. That's how it feels to be drilled by Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, drill me, Steve.
I can drill it the other way now. Take it out of your butt.
I watched a video about.
Hey, we should tell people who we are, though, just in case.
Nah, they know you're Steve.
They know.
I mean, unless I'm talking about myself in the third person. Oh, wait. Let me see what I can do about it.
You just got it all over my computer. The only liquid that's supposed to get on that keyboard is jizz.
I know. Well, I mean, and we were drilling. I mean, you were drilling for oil or gas.
It's a hand drill.
Well,
you wouldn't drill for oil or gas with a hand drill. What you would do with a hand drill is drill a hole in the wall so you can peep on people.
I was making a sexual innuendo. I was saying that you were You made a. Or
if I had a large drill bit, I could drill a glory hole.
Steve, don't be so mean to yourself. I'm sure you have a perfectly adequate drill bit.
Stop talking innuendo, Chris. I'm talking literal.
You're talking literal Steve.
Literal Steve. I'm saying that I literally could make a glory hole.
What is lost in all of this opening, and
horribly off topic is what you're listening to.
I would be lost in a glory hole opening. I think I don't know if I would make it all the way through. It depends on how thick the wall was.
I don't think it's usually in a wall. It's usually in a stall.
Yeah.
Like at a bathroom, right?
I think so, but
from your experience with them.
I've seen videos, but I'm thinking of Porky's, right? In Porky's, the one where the dude puts it right through and somebody grabs a hold of it. The female gym instructor,
yes,
I think grabs hold of his.
That's very politically correct of you. The female gym instructor.
The female gym instructor. Hey, there you know. I'm just being accurate. I'm being literal, Steve.
Well, you know what, Chris? I don't think it's fair to call someone female nowadays.
Oh, really?
Everyone's human. So.
Everyone is human.
Oh, wait.
We're all the same.
Hold on.
Yes.
They want to be known as female, right?
Women? Yes.
I don't know.
I know that I get into arguments with people, and sometimes the women are on my side, and sometimes the females are not on my side. Are
they the same people?
No. So I have a real problem, and I think I've talked about this before with female as
empowerment,
as a noun, especially as a plural noun to describe female human beings. Now, female human beings, I think, are traditionally referred to as women, and I don't think there's anything pejorative. There's nothing demeaning about the word women, as far as I am aware. And the true sort of grammatically correct is the wrong way to put it, but women is the way that you refer to a group of female human beings. Female can be used for female of the species or female, again, female human beings, female whatever, as an adjective.
I'm trying to find out what your problem is.
When people talk about themselves, when they talk about females, when they sort of say, "Oh, that group of females,"
you can say the same about males.
That is also aggravating. And men. All right. is the approved and
well,
preferred
now
term.
People out there that email know how to annoy you. So good work.
That is one way. There are many
ways to annoy you.
There are many ways.
But there's
to annoy
one.
me.
Hey, you guys, if you're gonna write in an email or anything, make sure you put females or males into it.
Yes,
just for Chris.
Just for me, so that when I have to read it on the air, you can hear the anger.
I'm just doing that so we get an email again. We haven't had an email.
We haven't had email in a while. We had the best episode title we've had in ages last week. Peter Parker picked a peck of pickled parents, and we didn't get any comments on it. No feedback at all.
Nope, no one gives a shit. Oh, but the thing is, I got a new follower last night on Twitter.
Really?
Apparently, Golden Crisp Apples are a big fan of me.
Hey.
And are now following me on Twitter.
You're being followed by apples.
I will show you. Oh, is it in my pocket?
Is it in your pocket?
No, it's over there, right?
It's over there. You show me afterwards.
Take my word for it.
I will take your word for it.
But they have like the Apple website or the Apple Twitter has about like 6,000 followers, and for some reason they decided they wanted to follow me. Did like on the show notes, was there a lot of talk of apples? Is that how like they might have found their way to?
I feel like you talked about golden apples, but I don't know if I put golden apples into the show notes.
Golden apples.
Golden apples. Didn't you talk about? No, maybe. No, I don't know.
Why are you talking about golden apples?
I don't know, because you were talking about golden
Honeycrisp.
apple. Honeycrisp?
That's what I said. Honeycrisp apples.
I know, but did you, so you didn't say anything about golden delicious apples?
No.
Okay.
I don't like delicious apples. I don't.
You don't like it when apples are delicious?
No, I don't like the brand or
The varietal
of apples that are known as delicious. I don't find them to be delicious, and I find them to be very, very not aptly named.
Not aptly named or not aptly named?
I want to pour this on your head.
I know how to annoy Steve. Yeah, so...
Just be in my presence.
Be in your presence.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Every week for 63 weeks.
Yes.
Well, I mean, there were those odd occasions where we did a couple in a row and took a week.
You mean one occasion that we did that?
There was an odd occasion.
One odd occasion.
One odd occasion. One odd. 2 odd, 3 odd. What? It's 4 odd, 5 odd, 6 odd, 7 odd. What is it? What like when somebody says that they like it was like 7 odd times. Is that how does that expression go?
I don't know that expression. I don't use that expression.
Okay.
Often. But I think it would have to be more than one time.
One odd times.
I mean, 1 is an odd number, yes, but I think it needs to be more than one instance for it to be.
It couldn't be 2 odd times.
I hate you.
So yeah, we were drinking. That was the thing that was lost in all of that. That lost in me getting cider on your computer was that I'm
hard
drinking
cider.
Hard cider.
You like it?
Smith and Forge hard cider. Yeah, I do. It's pretty good. It is odd for me, but I was. When I arrived here, it's odd for me to be drinking on the show. When I arrived here, I was very annoyed at my car stereo. And it was annoying enough that I needed a drink. I mean, that I don't know if that speaks to...
Well, you are a notorious lightweight. Do you need to hang out for a couple of hours after the show?
I think I'll be fine. It's just... I don't know what it says about me or about my car or about what it says about anything that I needed to drink after an argument with my car stereo. I mean... Is it that I don't like traveling? Is it that I don't like technology? I don't know.
It's weird.
But go ahead. Sorry.
It's weird that the kind of things that we have for technology. I mean, Bluetooth. Like I don't know. I've never really used it. I have a little like jack that jacks my headphone into the thing. But maybe that's because I got a car 4 years ago.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. Started slow, but nice on the finish.
Yes, thanks. I stuck the landing.
Yes. So I replaced my car stereo for Christmas a couple years ago. I got it as a Christmas present, and so it has the headphone jack. It has the Bluetooth, but it also has a plug for like a USB plug, which if you plug it into the bottom of an iPhone, in theory, keeps the phone charged and plays music through it. Well, last week, I don't know if it was the day we recorded or if it was the day. My wife took my car and we swapped cars for the day. And ever since then,
wait. Why did you switch cars? Isn't her car bigger?
Her car is bigger, but my car gets better mileage. So she was going up north to go apple picking, and she took the car that had the better mileage. So
where did they end up going? Did they go to the same place that we went?
No, they went up to I forget the name of it. I do forget the name of it.
Ass Butt Orchards.
Ass Butt Orchards in near Concord somewhere, near Concord.
Wow, why the hell did they go that far north?
They were gonna meet up with my sister-in-law and they did not.
Oh,
but so it was like a halfway.
I hope they got Boloco while they were up there.
I don't. Oh, the girls don't eat anything.
Do they? They don't like burritos.
They don't like anything except for pizza and plain hamburgers.
That's it?
That's pretty much it.
I don't know. Maybe I just don't remember my childhood, so I don't remember having such an unrefined palate.
I mean, they used to like spaghetti and meatballs, which I think is what is on the menu for tonight.
Oh.
But now Melody, the younger one, will eat the spaghetti with no sauce on it, and will eat the meatballs with a minimum of sauce on them to the side of the pasta.
She doesn't want them touching.
Doesn't want them touching. Doesn't want any sauce on the pasta. They used to like macaroni and cheese. Now they just want the macaroni.
Well, I guess that's
The only place where cheese is allowed, it seems, is on pizza. Nothing else is allowed on the pizza.
You can't have like a cheeseburger.
No.
What?
No cheese on the cheeseburger.
Are they
in
Jewish?
Fact, Melody
Are your
is
kids Jewish?
In fact, Melody is so picky that if we are on the odd occasions that we're out and we go to fast food or whatever, she needs a hamburger with nothing but ketchup on it. So if we're at a McDonald's or whatever, and there's any there's any pickles, any onions, anything like that, she will not touch it.
Well, I don't like onions, but like if I get a McDonald's burger and I forget to ask for no onions, I will eat it regardless because usually it's the little
diced up
ones, and so usually it's like drenched in ketchup and sauce or whatever.
Making me hungry
For McDonald's?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't eat it that often anymore. I was for a very long time when I was driving back and forth to school, shows, whatever it was.
What is your feeling on sushi?
Never had it.
You've never had sushi?
Never had sushi.
I see where they get it from.
The idea of it grosses me out, but I'm not against it. I just have never had it. The idea of it is kind of, it seems a little. Third one?
Yeah. It's a Sunday, whatever. I don't got anywhere to be.
The idea of it is just of raw fish.
You don't have to have raw fish though.
Yeah,
you can get it like cooked.
Okay.
Certain like parts of it you can like if you get like if you look at the menu, typically it'll tell you which isn't cooked or not. But you don't even have to get fish. You can get,
I know that. I read.
Yeah, like avocado or cucumber or sweet potato or just like
they do. I mean, and you are right. They do get a lot of their pickiness from me and from my mom. We are very plain food eaters, I guess.
There's a sushi place up the road that I think not today, but another time. You're gonna have to come, and we're gonna have sushi.
We're
going to have all you can eat sushi. It's like $24 and you're going to sit there and you're going to eat all sorts. I'm going to have you have eel.
Oh God. I don't like much fish either. That's the
eel's pretty good.
Eel is good. Okay. I'll take your word for it.
We're going to have some unagi.
Unagi. That sounds good. No, not.
And then you can have a taco while you're there.
A fish taco?
No.
Just a taco.
Well, in Japanese...
what's a taco in Japanese?
Taco in Japanese is octopus.
Ooh.
So you can have some octopus.
You can have some octopusy. What? Do you ever see any James Bond movies?
Yes, I've seen a lot of James Bond movies.
I've never watched any of them all the way through.
Well, they're not really like... They're all kind of the same.
Yeah, I imagine that.
Except, well, there's been a departure lately, and it's been sort of different.
I heard Daniel Craig does not want to ever make another one.
Well, because you get sick of playing this one character for forever, except for you're Roger Moore. You want to play him still
until you're dead.
Is he dead?
No, I don't think.
I think he might still be alive, but I think if someone came up to him and said, "Hey, we want you to play James Bond again," he'd be like,
geriatric.
Sure, that's great. Well, he already did that in View to a Kill.
So I don't know if I finished, but my car stereo. So now I can only play through Bluetooth. I can only play audio through Bluetooth, but it will still charge through the port where the USB port. It'll still charge through there, but it will not play audio through there. My phone, through testing, when I put it on the dock that I have by my bedside.
Did you ever experience docking?
I mean, not until you drilled me at the top of the show.
Do you know what docking is?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll explain.
Just turn everything into a innuendo today.
It is in fact an innuendo, but docking is when two men are together.
Yes.
They one of them for this situation, one of them has to have their foreskin still.
Okay.
So basically, one puts their dick next to the other guy's dick, and then like he puts his foreskin on the other guy's
dick.
And there's like a little jerk off of them in between, I guess.
I need to go seek this. No.
Did those predilections come back?
Oh my God!
You should never have talked about that last week.
So, see, we didn't get an email about that.
Like Leo was going to, but he didn't want to he didn't want to feel like he was making fun of you or anything.
Feel free to make fun of it. It's funny. So anyway, so I was yelling at my car. And I think part of it is that I do travel. I sometimes up to 2 to 3 hours in the car every day that I'm working. When I was acting, sometimes it was 4 hours. It might be back and forth to Cambridge and then up to Portsmouth. I do a lot of driving, and yet every car that I have had, every car, going back to my very first car, has had some problem with the car stereo. So like way back when I had my Ford Tempo, my very first car.
That was
good. That was nice. This spike, but not. I
think there was some good reverb too.
That was nice. Got some feedback there. My very first car, the stereo worked for a good long while, but anybody who ever rode in that Tempo would be able to tell you that towards the end of its life, you had to jam a second tape into the tape player to wedge the tape down that you were trying to play.
I definitely had a car stereo that was very similar to that. I had to like jostle it or put something into it to make it work.
And then my second car, which was a
hold on.
All right.
I want to go back.
All right.
Your brother had a Chevy Celebrity.
Yes.
That thing was terrible. And I like you talking about your first car made me think about your brother's car. And like there was at one time I forget what it was that we had in the car, but for it was in the car for like 5 minutes or something like that, and then afterwards the car smelled like sort of like cream cheese for the rest of its life. No matter how long windows were opened. If we were the kind that realized that you could go to a place and they would detail your car, I think that might have been done, but we never did.
Did that.
I remember this one time that John ran out of washer fluid.
Okay.
And so he took a can of Sprite, shook it up, and sprayed it on the windshield, and it worked. Both of us had very, and of course, during some of those years, we didn't get along very well, so we didn't talk very much. But I had a very similar experience where I was driving a friend from college down to Boston and back, and I ran out of windshield wiper fluid, and we were both so... Windshield wiper fluid?
Yeah. We were both so...
You could just say wiper fluid. You don't... We understand that it's on your windshield.
We were both so poor... that we could not...
So poor.
So poor that we couldn't afford to buy more of it. So I was stopping every couple of miles. This was in the wintertime where there's lots of salt on the road. There's snow. It was maybe snowing and or raining a little bit. And I had to stop every once in a while, grab a fistful of snow from a snowbank and rub it over the window. Rub it on my dick. No, I rubbed it over the window to clean it off.
And then on your dick.
And then on my dick.
Because
I had my friend do that while we were driving.
Windshield goo on my
Windshield goo on my dick. Well, they call that not docking.
They call that putting snow on your dick.
Putting snow on your dick. So that's yeah. I'm glad to hear that the Sprite worked.
No, I remember on the way back from Canada, we went there for New Year's. I think it was 98 into 99.
Yeah.
Because we were still under 21 at that point, so we wanted to go and we wanted to drink, so we went up to Canada, and then one of my friends, I won't mention who, just because of what they did.
Yeah.
They got mushrooms, and they did mushrooms and stared out the window for most of the evening.
Yes.
And
not a bad way to spend it.
And this was like right when South Park had started, like the year after or so, and we were watching like French voice acting in South Park, which was pretty hilarious.
Yuck. That did not sound pleasant.
But then on the way back, like, I should have like started my car at some point, like, because we were there for like 3 days or something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't start my car the entire time we were there.
Oh no.
So we were just like taking the metro around, or whatever else, and we kind of, I needed a jump. and it was weird. I think I had AAA, but like I don't know how easy it was
to do it in Canada.
In Canada, it still works, but like there is AAA in Canada. But yeah, it took forever, and we're just sitting there in the cold, like because we had already checked out of the hotel. We're just like, "Fuck, it's
got
cold."
Nowhere to go.
Yeah, and then on the way back, my wipers wouldn't even go on.
No,
and it was like January.
Yeah,
cold in Quebec. And
Fun.
like, so what I would do was just keep. I don't think there was a lot of snow on the ground, so I couldn't do your little snow method. But even if I did, like, I couldn't like use the wipers to wipe it off. So I had to like stop at like gas stations to like, and then at a certain point, I'm like, the hell with this, and I stole a squeegee and just brought it with me, and then like kept a little.
I'm
bit
sure you're not the first person to ever steal a squeegee
from a gas station.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No, I think it's probably been done.
Probably by homeless folks that want to clean windshields and get a little bit of a taste so they can get some sauce.
Get some sauce. You think? No.
Ask the question.
Do you think they ever use it for anything other than
Who's
alcohol?
they?
Okay, we'll stereotype it. The generic homeless person, which is not a thing. I mean, they're homeless for all sorts of reasons.
There's different kinds of homeless. There are people that are homeless that are legitimately can't make it in the world, and it kind of is a big suck fest. And they're just kind of they're literally down on their luck,
right.
And they can bounce back. But then there's the chronic homeless that are either drug addicted or alcohol or whatever else, and they do nothing but.
Do you have policy is the wrong word. Do you have like sort of an approach when you're out and you bump into somebody who's got the cardboard and they're looking for change or they're looking for something? I mean, because if you gave money to every single especially when you work in the city,
I don't. So.
Yeah, I mean, driving into Cambridge, I
don't run into too many homeless on my walk at lunch because. We're like completely enclosed campus, with a gate and everything.
But
if there's a homeless there, that he is not supposed to be there.
Yeah, I just don't know what I mean. First of all, I almost never have any money on me. But beyond that, I never know what to do because I feel like if I give to one person, I'm gonna feel guilty to every other person I don't give to.
See, I feel bad. I don't like giving people quarters because like I'm the kind of person that will, if they see a pinball machine, will want to play it. And if I don't have quarters on me, I can't do that.
You can't be a pinball wizard without a quarter.
Yeah.
So you were in Canada.
Yeah, and then on the way
made it back.
Yes, safely, miraculously. And then my dad and I had to replace my windshield wiper motor.
The motor. Okay.
That was what the issue was.
I had my second car. We took a road trip with that.
And by my dad and I, my dad did it, and I was nearby. I was quote unquote helping.
That's how most car repairs go, especially at that age. And most of mine go that way now.
I was 18, 19, something like that. I was 19.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I mean, for people who know cars, that's not how it goes. But I was including you along with me in this general group where.
Of inept people for any sort of repair.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do. I might be able to change light bulbs. That's varied from car to car over the years, depending on how the light bulbs are positioned in the car. But
I can put stuff together, like if I have proper instructions.
I installed the car stereo that is now causing me problems. I mean,
maybe that might have been the reason.
I mean, it's not because my wife's phone. I don't want to. I shouldn't detail every step of this process, but basically, my wife's phone will work with my car stereo. So it's like adding insult to injury. I have always had, in our entire relationship, I have had the car that has had the shitty car stereo no matter what. And she's had the car that had the perfectly fine working car stereo no matter what. She couldn't care two shits about her car stereo, and I do. And now, adding insult to injury, her phone works fine with my car stereo and my phone doesn't.
What do you get when you add insult to injury? Like as an arithmetic problem.
As an arithmetic problem, I think what you get is a lot of screaming.
Oh, okay.
A lot of unpleasant, like feeling like you're being forcibly entered Yeah, I mean, I
Just
guess
saying raped.
Yeah, you're being raped in the asshole when you have just had a terrible case of the runs for 3 weeks. So you're chafed and you're red and you're raw. So that's the injury.
It's a lot of wipes.
Yeah, that's the injury, and the insult is the dick in your ass.
I think that's also an injury. That is adding injury to injury.
Injury to injury. Okay. All right.
That is not an someone say like if you had the runs.
What if somebody just spit on your ass?
No. Hold on.
Is that just an insult? I mean, at what point?
No, that could cause an infection. So that could be more.
I guess. All right. So it's an injury.
So
adding injury to injury.
What would be insult to injury is if you had the runs for a week and you've been wiping a bunch, and then the next time you went into the bathroom, someone was like, "What are you, shitting again? What are you, some sort of shit fiend?" And was making fun of you for shitting a bunch, even though it was completely out of your control.
All right.
That would be insults added to your injury. All right.
So is it insult added to injury when I admit to having approached a gay man, and
you're the one who's bringing it back up,
and then you all make fun of me for it?
What do you mean, you all?
You did. You're implying that Leo wanted to, but and I'm saying go ahead. But I'm saying, is that insult being added to the injury of me realize? I mean, it's not really.
Were you injured?
I was emotionally.
I was very injured.
I was very emotionally injured.
I was hurt by his words.
I was hurt by. No, as I said last week, I'm afraid that they were hurt by my words. So.
Chris, it's okay.
My
as much as we may goof, you were young
I was
at
young.
the time.
It was a phase. It was a college thing.
See, like if it was the other way around, if it was a lady that had told the same story,
like Kelly, what's her name in Jerry Maguire?
I never saw that movie.
You never saw Jerry Maguire?
I haven't. So
there's a speech in one of my plays that I was about to recite right then about Jerry Maguire.
So, but if a woman was to say the same story that you just said, like last week,
yeah,
they would be we would probably be in a froth for one, and two, for all intents and purposes about equality, there's a bit of non-equality there because women. It's somehow okay.
Everybody
to
finds
experiment.
Lesbians attractive.
Well, yeah, it's okay to experiment as a woman, but it's not because for a guy, if you experiment, then all of a sudden you're I'm saying this in quotes here, a homo.
Yes.
And then but if a woman makes out with a girl or goes down on a girl in college, that was just her. That was a phase.
It was a phase.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good scene. That scene from Jerry Maguire. Why do I forget her name? But anyway, it's John Travolta's wife playing Tom Cruise's girlfriend in the movie.
John Travolta's married?
Yes.
In the movie or in real life?
In real life.
What?
Yeah. To a very, at least I haven't seen, to a fairly attractive and talented redheaded actress whose name I think is Kelly, but I have forgotten.
Oh.
At any rate, so they have just finished having sex against a bookshelf while a dog watches, and she is saying to Tom Cruise that she has never she was with a woman once and it was a phase in college, and it's a good scene that I have just ruined for you by trying to
ruined a movie that I probably at this point will never see.
Explain it.
Why would I see that movie at this point? What are you doing?
What is the name of John Travolta's wife?
You don't even have to say, "Hey Siri."
Here is what I found.
What did you found?
Oh, Kelly Preston.
Kelly Preston.
Yeah.
Is there a picture?
Nah, there is not.
I want to see this lady.
Search the web for photographs of Kelly Preston.
Nude.
You did not get that one. All right, let's see. Kelly Preston. Because I have a thing for... That's not good.
Gingers?
I do have a thing for gingers. Images.google.com. That's where you go. Yeah, I had. She's not a very nice character in the movie, as I recall.
She's kind of a twat.
Kelly. What was her name? Kelly
Preston. Oh, it's so fun when you look up things on the radio show or podcast, whatever
there is
it is.
a photograph of Charlie Sheen amidst these photographs of Kelly Preston.
Oh, she's got some nice cleavage there.
Yeah. There you go. And the one picture of Charlie Sheen for God knows what reason.
Maybe he dated her.
Maybe, mayhaps. At any rate, after I got the second car.
Oh, we're back to your cars?
Well, we're back to my cars because we were talking about road trips. Kind of sort. We were talking about road trips, kind of sort of. And the second
I did
car,
say that like I was coming back from Canada once.
Yeah.
And I didn't mention adult entertainment.
No, you did not.
It was only my car.
Only your car and somebody doing mushrooms. That was it. No strip clubs.
Hey,
There were strip clubs, weren't there?
I don't remember that trip so well.
There might have been. There might not have been.
I remember getting.
neither
I
confirm
remember
nor
there was
deny.
pizza. We drank stuff. That one was a little fuzzy.
That one was a little fuzzy.
Being a person that would be underage in the United States as far as drinking is concerned, you don't necessarily know your tolerances then.
No.
And there are times where when like an open bar at a wedding or situations like that where I also forget
what your
how much
limits
alcohol I should consume. Like because when I don't know, like it's situations like that. Like my buddy Bill, he got married a couple of years ago, and at the wedding, it was open bar, and like it's like a switch gets flipped. I'm like, you do not have to pay for any of this alcohol. Get as much of it as you can.
as much as you buy. It's even worse when it's open bar for a certain period of time.
Yes, because then you're like, you get a drink and then you're back at the back of the line drinking your drink. It's the only time you actually can enjoy waiting in a line.
Right.
Is when there's an hour happy hour or not happy hour, like whatever they call it. Like booze hour.
Yeah, booze hour or whatever. Yeah, booze hour. Booze hour with Chris and Steve.
Cocktail hour. There we go.
Cocktail hour.
Why are you laughing about? That's what they're called.
I know there's a slight emphasis on the word cock.
Okay. Cocktail hour.
Cocktail hour. Yeah, that's better. That's better. I appreciate.
Do you want some gin? I can get you some gin.
I don't need.
You
some
have to
gin.
stay here all freaking day. We can walk up the road, go to watch the Pats game. I mean, it's already happened.
It's already happened because we get a segment about it, Steve. The road trip. So, I mean, in terms of stuff failing, I mean, that was the thing when you were younger, is that you went on the road trip anyway, even though your car had problems, right? So I got my Tempo died in the winter/spring of 98 into 99. And so I came home, my wife, my then girlfriend, and I lived in the same room that we're living, or half of the same room we're living in now. That one didn't seem good either.
It was gross.
After a couple of winters, now it just seems like it's coming.
I mean,
back
they made a good noise, but they're
unpleasant.
Yeah.
After we came back, we stayed in the bedroom at my parents' place. Stephanie had a car. I was in the process of looking for a job and a car at the same time, and her car was not going to get us to this wedding down in New Jersey that we needed to get to. So I did finally get a car. It was a Pontiac Grand Am, but when I bought it with a broken speedometer that took three visits to at least 2 different mechanics to fix. When the guy finally fixed it, he said that they had tried to basically, like with essentially like rubber bands and paper clips, make the thing work. So they had been trying to just get it out the door with the broken speedometer. It also had a broken or not functioning AC. This is
my old in fact the car I have now is the first car that I've owned that's had a working
AC. Oh my goodness. I feel like I would rather have a car with no AC than a car with a broken AC, because the broken AC is just sitting there taunting you. You could turn it on and it's not going to do anything. And that's what that was during I don't know if they got married in June or July, but it was a hot weekend driving in that car with no speedometer, trying to not get pulled over all the way to Jersey, and then, get there, and it was hot, and I said that already. We did get to visit the Kevin Smith's neck of the woods because
You went
down
to
in Jersey.
Red Bank or
Went to
Leonardo.
Red Bank, Leonardo. Went to the good old Quick Stop. Bought a soda there that I
Get a
had.
pack of cigarettes.
I did not get a pack. I'm not a smoker. But
Yeah, I know, but I would have felt obligated. Like at the time, I would have still smoked, so I definitely would have
gotten it. Yeah,
but
that convenience store is off of like a little side street on a divided highway, and you have to know where it is to even just get off and it's this tiny parking lot. I don't know what it's like today. I imagine the video store is no longer there, but at the time that we went, the video store was there, and I think there's a tattoo parlor or something.
Did you go into RST Video?
We didn't go into RST Video.
Oh, come on.
I know.
You could have rented a Nintendo game.
I mean, I went twice. Maybe I did go one of those times because I went with my friend John another time, and I feel like we might have gone in. But when Stephanie and I were there, we stopped by on our way home. Got a photo of me on the swings that Holden and Alyssa sit on in Chasing Amy.
Oh, good.
Went to downtown. I don't know if it's Red Bank or Leonardo or wherever where they filmed some of that movie. It was good, but with a malfunctioning AC and no working speedometer, it was an interesting trip.
Your brother and I went on a road trip together. Actually,
Yeah.
we went to Florida to visit our friend Garen.
Yes.
And that was a very, very long drive.
I can imagine. My cousin Michael just went on his. He got married earlier in the year, but they just went on their honeymoon, and they drove down to Florida. And me and my folks and John and my brother John did it when we were younger, but it was almost like a week or like a few days that we took to drive down there. Did you guys do it
we
straight?
did it well, we tried to do it straight, but your brother, I just there's two times where I get really aggravated.
Yes.
When I'm tired and I can't sleep.
Okay.
And when I'm hungry. Now, hungry was not an issue at this point.
Right.
But we're in, I think, South Carolina, and it's starting to get late, and John wants to keep on going.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, let's just stop and get rum so we can frickin' sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we could just start again tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And we eventually stopped. I have no idea where in South Carolina,
what state. Yeah.
But he was obsessed with going to south of the border.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That was we stopped there. That was a thing that we did when we went as a family.
It was he wanted to stay there too, and I was like, no.
Oh, really? Okay.
But we did on the way back.
Yeah. Huh.
I was like, why?
Why specifically?
Why do we want to go there? Because it was just gross.
It's a little skeevy.
Yeah. It was very skeevy, but
yeah. But you stopped somewhere else on the way down after much convincing.
Yes, and but he doesn't listen, so he'll never hear this. He would we were just driving for forever, and every once in a while he would just say, "So what's up?" What do you mean?
What do you mean what's up?
What do you mean what's up? Nothing is up. Nothing is new.
I think it's true of both he and I that and maybe to a different extent for him, but that uncomfortable silences, especially on car rides.
That's why I'm let's put on. Back then it was
some kind of music,
just put music or put on the radio or anything.
Yeah.
And other road trips I've taken with him or others, I'll just have a book on tape or listen to Opie and Anthony or podcasts or whatever.
See, that's the major difference. And that works fine when it's just Stephanie and I or when our kids were younger. And now the issue has become that a lot of the stuff that I would like to listen to, the kids want nothing to do with.
Here's the trick. When I was a kid, I had this thing called a Walkman.
The kids have iPads. They refused, no matter how many different pairs of headphones we have gotten them over the years, they refuse to wear headphones.
Well, then that's their problem. I'm sorry. Like, if you don't want to listen to the crap that you guys are listening to,
Your parents should be in charge.
You put in your headphones and you listen. There was this tape that I listened to on the way to Cleveland.
Yeah.
When I was going there with my mom and her then boyfriend.
Yeah.
It was just like something that I had taped off of the television.
Okay.
And it was like clips of like an episode of Beavis and Butthead and some
You
other
had
things.
on
audio tape that I was listening to a bunch, and like I would put in like some other tape that had a bunch of They Might Be Giants songs on it or something, and then I would switch back to the Beavis and Butthead tape, and it was like it was actually the episode, the Great Cornholio episode. Which is why I probably have such a great memory of that episode,
that
because
one.
because I've heard it probably dozens of times.
Yeah. The last time we did and maybe not the last time, but one of the recent times we did it, what I discovered, going back to Bluetooth, one place where it has worked out for me is that on my phone I was able to select the output of my headset. I bought a headset for talking hands-free. And so I set it to play the audio.
You can talk hands-free still? You're not Italian, huh?
I am not Italian. So I set it to the little, those things are so fucking obnoxious. The little Bluetooth headset that you get that just goes in one ear. But I had that, and that's how I listened to things when we were driving camping. That's what it was, when we went camping this summer, because I was not going to do that drive without my own music, and it worked out well, but the sound quality is crap, and
that was seamless.
That was seamless. it would have continued to be seamless. I was covered.
I like breaking the fourth wall down and saying, "Hey, everybody, I just got up for a bit," while Chris was saying all those things, but I could still hear him, so it's not like I was ignoring him or anything. But number 4.
Number 4. Yeah, so I mean, it's a very different world doing the road trip thing with the kids. Camping wise now, it's been, because that ends up being our vacation every year, for better or worse. We cram so much crap into. We have a Honda Element, which is the main car we take when we camping. We cram so much.
When
crap
we camping. One of my college professors got an Element. I don't know. If that was going to be a burp or what. I was going to yak on the mic. One of my college professors got one of those, and he was obsessed with it. He was just talking about it all the time. And he's like, "Woodbury, you got to come out and check this thing out." And I'm like your Element? I'm like, if you had like a Camaro, I'm like, I'm not a car guy, but I understand like there are cars that you can actually, that look nice, and
Camaro, Firebird.
Firebird.
I don't know. Thunderbird.
I don't know.
With one with bird in it, right? Pontiac.
Pontiac. I saw one on the road the other day.
Porsche.
No,
Lamborghini.
Enough with other cars. I saw a Pontiac on the road the other day, and I'm like, people still drive Pontiacs?
Well, you know what? I was in the car with my mom this morning. I was helping.
I can understand, like,
stuff.
back in like the early aughts or whatever, when you got your Pontiac, whatever. But they don't make them anymore.
Right.
So
the one that I had a recollection of was I think it's a Pontiac, the Pontiac Aztec. Are you familiar with this car?
Well, does it have like all sort of writing on the side of it?
No, it does not. But do you remember?
Did the Mayans create?
You've watched Breaking Bad, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I have not finished Breaking Bad, but the car that Walter is driving at the beginning of at least the first season of Breaking Bad is this car. It was the Aztec, and it was a flash in the pan SUV kind of model that made its debut on the first season finale of of Survivor. So that Richard guy, the gay shirtless guy who won the first season of Survivor.
Was that the guy you were like, maybe I should try?
Yes,
this?
that was the guy. I was like, his voice sounds oddly familiar. No, so I remember, and I did not watch any of Survivor, but we had friends over for whatever reason for that finale. And one of the things that he won was a Pontiac Aztek, which was the major sponsor of the finale episode. And then years later, when I finally watched Breaking Bad and I saw the Aztek, I laughed out loud because that is exactly the kind of car that Walter White, that character would drive. He would have gone out and gotten it and thought it was the coolest thing, and then it would have looked outdated almost immediately. I was saying that to my mom that there was that period of SUVs where they were trying all sorts of different things, and I feel
why? Because gas prices were like rock bottom at that point.
Yeah, because I feel like the Element was in that era where they decided, let's try to make a car that's basically a box and see how it does. And my mother and probably my dad too, both when we brought home the Element back in 2007 or whenever it was, they thought it was the ugliest car they'd ever seen. And now it's got so much utility to it if you take the seats out of the back. Just felt the need to share how pathetic my burp would be. That now they see the utility of it. We were not able to fit any of the things today that we needed to fit into the Element.
I'm just sad that the audience didn't get to see me disappointedly shaking my head at you.
At my burp. You know what people don't drive anymore? Although in, let's see, when this episode comes out, it'll be the 12th, so 9-10 days. You might see one.
We could talk about it next week. Oh well, we can talk about it twice.
We can talk about it more next week. But what I gotta say is people don't drive DeLoreans anymore.
Well, because they only made like 500 of them,
especially flying DeLoreans. And yet there is reason to hope that we might see. And like you said, we're at 46 minutes now, so we don't want to get into the DeLorean discussion right now, but. There is hope that Back to the Future 2 might actually happen. I mean, we've been all like, where are our hoverboards and our flying cars and whatever, but the omens are there because, Steve,
what?
The Cubbies are still in the running. And if you recall Back to the Future Part 2, the Cubs, the Chicago Cubs, are supposed to win the World Series.
Yes, but they're also supposed to beat Miami. Are the Marlins in it?
The Marlins are not in it. And of course, if they were going to beat Miami, the only way they could beat Miami would be in the NLCS. No.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. So
yeah,
they could not play.
They could not play Miami in the.
The only Florida team they could play
would be the Rays. The Rays,
and I don't think they're in playoff contention.
No, I do not think so.
I think Blue Jays and Yankees are the American League.
But something somewhere along the way,
East.
Like a butterfly flaps its wings and there's a tsunami or however the hell that goes. Something along the way could have knocked Miami out of contention. Could have made it so that Miami.
But at the time, like in 1985. Which is
that
why
was in 89, right? That was a few years later.
But like the
yeah.
Well,
1985.
Marty's character is
right.
from 1985.
Yeah.
So at the time in 1985, Miami did not have a baseball team.
Right.
And like the logo for Miami, it looked like
it was like a gator, I think.
Yeah, and I don't know if that is one of the college teams or something like that.
There was a Florida Gator. I don't know if they're based out of Miami. I think the University of Miami, the U, as it's colloquially known. They're not the Gators. They are. Put me to shame. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, somewhere along the line, a butterfly flapped its wings, and Miami did not get a baseball team. But
they did get a baseball team. But they
didn't get an AL baseball team.
Well, what Major League Baseball should have done was this season.
Yeah.
Switched like the Rays and the.
I mean, you got to believe that if for some reason the Cubbies did get all the way to the World Series and one of the Florida teams, they would do, even if it's just the Cubs, whoever has the rights to the World Series is going to do something to do Back to the Future themed.
I wish I could go back and pay some money on the Cubbies.
Now you can.
Gray's Sports Almanac.
Gray's Sports Almanac. That's a damn good movie. That's a damn
I
good
like Back to the
movie.
Future.
I like
too.
Back to the Future.
There are detractors for the second one, but I like the second one.
I will say I've been having conversations with people randomly here and there about whether or not any third film can ever really be any good. Any third film in a trilogy. But Back to the Future Part 3 is actually an example of a good one.
I don't like Back to the Future 3.
It's not.
I'm one of those people that don't like it.
It's weird. It's different. It's not.
It's been on a couple of times, and I've watched it just because.
It's not like the other ones, but it's not a bad third film as third films go. Most third films are shit.
I'm glad that alarm went off. Cause...
I can't hear it. I got the cans on.
But they're it's just I was watching it because I was kind of looking for something to watch on Friday night because I was bored because I'm alone for a couple of weeks.
Oh no,
because my girlfriend is away.
Oh, poor Steve.
But she's having a lot of fun in Scotland. So
okay. Well, she's drinking some scotch.
Well, I want her to get me some.
Okay, yeah.
But she also has threatened to get me a kilt.
She threatened to bring back some haggis.
I don't want haggis at all.
Well,
that's me being picky. I don't want to drink sheep's intestine.
Is she listening to the show while she's out there?
I'm hoping so.
All right, so this is the message to her. She's got to get you some haggis now.
I don't want haggis.
I know. That's exactly why she should get you some haggis.
I don't think it'll travel well.
That's even more reason to get you some haggis. It'll be a great story for the show. Take one for the team.
Remember when I got food poisoning because I ate haggis that you brought across the ocean?
Okay,
I was watching.
You're watching Back to the Future Part 3.
No, I wasn't watching Back to the Future.
Okay.
What I was watching was Million Ways to Die in the West.
Oh, now there's a good film.
It is?
No.
I was gonna.
No, it is not. It took me 2 viewings to get all the way through it.
I watched. I was I made dinner halfway through it, so I missed parts.
Yeah,
but I don't think I missed anything important.
No,
but it's. I mean, like, if Seth MacFarlane,
except for that part where Charlize Theron fucks the teddy bear, you probably didn't see that part. I
didn't see that. Was that a deleted scene?
I mean, I think they reinserted it for the extra special director's cut.
It wasn't in the HBO version that I watched.
Well, yeah, HBO.
So no, was it the Ted teddy bear?
Yes. Let's go with that.
Okay.
I thought you said you liked it when I tried to be funny.
Like, I mean, I didn't mind Ted or Ted 2. Both of those were fine.
I didn't see Ted 2.
But... I think it's just that Mark Wahlberg is just has a sort of charm to him that makes me like those movies.
I think we found a transformer.
Well, I didn't see that.
Fucking assholes. Sorry. All right, so you're watching Million Days to Die. A Million Days to Why in the West.
You shouldn't drink.
No.
So yeah, but like, the Ted movies were fine. Like, I think it's because like Mark Wahlberg as a leading person,
he works out well.
He's got charm to him. He's funny.
Yeah.
He but like Seth MacFarlane, just
yeah.
As a person, like in a movie, he just aggravates me. If he's playing the voice of a teddy bear or a baby or a fat guy or whatever else, I'm cool with it. But it's
just his face.
His face. I don't think I like his face.
Yeah, I think that's it.
But then there were like the reason why I brought this up was there was that scene where he.
Oh yes, he
pops into like a garage or whatever, and there's Doc Brown.
Yep.
And he's like, "Oh, you're a weather experiment," and then that was the joke.
Yeah, that was it.
I'm like, you could have done something with this.
You pay Christopher Lloyd to show up on set. You could have given him something better to work with.
Yeah, and just like be like, and then like in the original scene, like the weather experiment, which is funny because like you don't notice it in the until the second one.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
But like he bribes the cop.
Yes. Yeah.
Because like he's like, weather experiment. You got a permit for that? Oh, let me go check over here.
Yeah.
See if I got that. And then
this is a little something.
Yeah, he gives him. I think it was a $50 bill.
Right. Yeah. Why don't you walk away?
He's like, oh yeah.
It was just disappointing. I mean, I watched it. It was I don't regret it. It's not one of those movies that I think, oh, I'm never getting that 2 hours back. But yeah, it was not a great movie.
Yeah, well, whatever. It was my Friday night.
It was your Friday night
because I'm alone.
Because you're alone.
I got nothing better to do than watch shitty movies on a Friday night.
Yeah. Hey, Steve.
Oh God. Oh, okay.
How did the Patriots cheat this week?
Well, considering the game is either already taken place or already over.
Yes. Oh, yes. No, don't shush that. Yeah, no, it hasn't happened yet. I mean, it's happened. Yeah.
So,
It already happened.
considering that we're playing in Dallas,
Dallas,
and we had a bye week.
America's team.
We had a bye week, so I think it's in the NFL rules that teams with a bye week have to walk to their next game.
Yes, that is.
So I'm assuming
rule
that the
number
Patriots-
115 A Part 3.
Yeah, something like that.
Uh-huh.
And I think that the Patriots did not walk
I'm pretty
from
sure they
Foxborough
flew.
Stadium to Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that they broke the rule of not walking, and they took a plane, and yeah, so that's how they cheated.
I mean,
they should
you
have
know,
like the game forfeited towards the Cowboys.
Tom Brady's going to have he had very fresh legs today because of that.
Yeah, because he didn't have to walk.
He didn't have to walk.
1,500 miles.
You know, the running game was on because you know, and
because
all
they
these
took
things-
the plane and they watched
they
the
took
running game with
plane
Arnold
and
Schwarzenegger.
they let the running backs rest their legs. I mean, it was a travesty how much they cheated today, Steve.
Yeah, I can't even believe. We don't even know if they won. But they could have still cheated because there are a bunch of cheaters and phonies.
Yes, that's what we didn't even have to expose that we were.
The game has not taken place yet.
The game is not taking place. We are just saying how.
In fact, it starts in like an hour, half an hour.
It starts in
from
half
now.
an hour. Yeah.
Did we talk about anything that was on the
We did.
list?
We talked about traveling. We
we
talked
did.
about how the Patriots cheated this week, and we talked about the Cubs and the World Series. That was it. I mean, we didn't have a ton on the list. The only thing we did not talk about, and maybe we could, we can talk about it now, or we can save it for next week, is Pepsi Perfect.
Oh yes, because
Pepsi's going to come out with Pepsi Perfect
which is basically the version of Pepsi that is in Back to the Future 2.
Yes.
Because I mean, the reason why we're talking about this so much right now is because on the 21st, and
Yep.
so what it was today,
today
the 11th. So
the
10 days from today,
Yep.
is the day that Marty travels to 2015.
2015. We got 10 days to get flying cars, hoverboards, and self-lacing Nikes.
And like
Power laces.
sports almanacs.
Sports almanacs. Yep.
This
Great.
is a quaint little bit from the 1980s. It's called the Dustbuster.
Oh man. Such a good movie. Such a good movie. I brought something just in case, and we did not need it, which was great. I brought the Storymatic Rememory.
Well, maybe we can do that next time.
Maybe
or
we'll save it
next
for
time.
next
We're
time.
stretching for material.
Yeah. Because I really was like, I showed up today. I'm like, I got nothing. I got nothing but gas.
Speaking of gas,
Oh.
last night, like we went to Pizzeria Uno's. I don't know if you're familiar.
I am familiar with their work.
So they have this thing called hamburger that I ate. And
Now, you ate hamburger on a pizza, or you ate a hamburger?
I ate a hamburger.
Okay.
And they had a Uno's burger, and then when I asked the waitress what the special sauce was, she was not able to determine what, or she didn't give me an answer.
Okay.
And I'm like, it's jizz. So I'll get not that.
So the chef doesn't, chef. I get it. You're a guy. You work with your computer. Your jizz goes.
Jizzes goes on computers, not on
your
burgers.
jizz goes into your work, is what you're saying. So the chef.
I don't jizz on my work computer.
Not
just
your
so we're clear.
not your work computer. I'm saying like your jizz goes on to this thing, which right now we are using to record the podcast. So your jizz follows your passion. Your
You might want to
passion.
wash your hands after touching
Your
it.
passion is your is your podcast. So your jizz goes into your passion, and so a chef's passion is their food, and so their jizz they need the jizz in the special sauce. They
See that big pumpkin over there, Chris? We got a big pumpkin.
even I know when my attempts at being funny are failing miserably.
I was not even sure where you were going with that, but we got this awesome pumpkin over there by the cable box.
Are you suggesting I jizz in the pumpkin?
Is that what you're passionate about?
If we had done the plugs. You can find, send us an email. Send us an email. Tell us what you think about this show or any of the shows you've recently listened to. Send it to
listen to the first episode and so be like, I
send
don't think I like this show.
Send
You
us.
guys don't seem to have a direction. Chris needs to drink more.
Send us email to hot@clarkwoods.com, or you can tweet us. I am at ECC1977.
And I'm at Tuesday is loser. That's Tuesday. IS loser.
All one word.
Yes.
And of course, you can find the show notes for this episode, whatever they may be. I don't know if there's a ton this week, at clarkwoods.com/hot/63. That's 63. 63 is the
I don't know what the episode title is going to be this week.
I don't know what it's going to be this week. It's a mystery.
You're just going to listen and then...
I'm going to listen. I'm going to find something. It'll be about me fucking a pumpkin.
Chris fucks a pumpkin.
Except we don't swear in the episode titles.
Oh, yeah, right.
Chris screws a pumpkin. Chris screws
screws the pooch.
That doesn't sound fun at all.
Well, there's a dog out in the hallway. You can fuck the dog.
Is it cute?